Well, I finally got all the baseboards put in, all caulked up and painted, and I'm gonna tell you what, about 10 hours of crawling around on ceramic tile. Holy moly macaroni, kicked my butt. I haven't been down here in 3 days. I'm getting home. It's been cold as shit. And getting home, eating, and just come down here and see what the hell is going on. Everything look good. And in between, let me put it this way, in between the damn house stuff, put up Christmas decorations. So today's Friday, I got more Christmas crap to get done, and that's it till Tuesday, I think. Go back to that house. And still got a couple doors to paint. Anyway, I'm like cripple. But I'll get through it. Damn Milky Way stuck to the roof of my mouth. Alright, so finally get a day off again, get back to work on this 55. My impeller came in, but there's a discrepancy on whether this is the original gear case or this came off one of the bigger motors, like a 70, which if it did, that's a good thing. Now, I've talked about Cramden quite often. He's helped me out tons of times, and actually he has offered to help me out with the 55 and setting up the link and sync and stuff, but I never know when I'm going to get to work on this thing, so I think I can probably manage. But thanks again for that, Cramden. I appreciate it. But anyway, he seems to think that this gear case is off the bigger outboards. That's why it's got this big ass prop on it too. I just hope my impeller is going to fit, because I went by the part number. I think it'll be alright. I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't cleaned this thing yet. I haven't cleaned the pump out yet. What I'd like to do here today is the Joe Reeves method of timing, wide open throttle timing, instead of hanging off the back of the boat and, living dangerously, trying to time one of these bigger motors or any motor. There's a method. And this one is at 19 degrees. So, well, let me show you what's going on. So I'm sure a lot of people know what the Joe Reeves method is. And there's 50,000 forums and stuff that tells you how to do it. First thing on this one, it says, note, if your engine has the fast start feature, you must eliminate that feature in order to use the following method. The fast start automatically advances the spark electronically when the engine first starts, dropping it to normal when the engine reaches a certain temp. So the biggest problem with this is, what's the fast start feature? Nobody seems to really know. So you got to do some digging around, figure out what it is and if it's on your outboard or not. So I did some digging around, and it seems like it's not on either one of my outboards. So anyway, the full spark advance can be adjusted without having the engine running at near full throttle as follows. To set the timing on the engine, Alright, these people are gonna take... I'm really sick of this crap. These damn robocalls are just beating me up bad lately. Plus, the beginning of the week, I get a email from my bank and somebody had my card number trying to use it. So, best I can think of, you know, one of these damn gas stations had a scanner in it. That's how they got my number. So they canceled my card. Now I have to wait 3 to 5 days to get a new card, and it's really screwing things up. Anyway, to set the timing on that engine, have the plugs out, have the throttle at full, set the timer base under the flywheel tight against the rubber stop on the end of the full spark timer advance stop screw. Wire it against that stop if necessary. Rig spark plug tester and have the gap set at 7/16. Hook up the timing light to plug number 1. Crank the engine over and set the spark advance 4 degrees less than what the engine calls for. So that engine being at 9 degrees or 19 is going to be set at 15. So I'm going to give it a shot and see where it's at and what it's doing and blah blah blah. The other thing is, why do they want you to rig a spark tester at 7/16 inch gap? I don't understand the reason for that. Let's see, it says if you set the engine to its true setting at cranking speed, when running it will advance beyond its limits by 4, which will set up pre-ignition, causing guaranteed piston damage. No need to be concerned about the idle timing, as it will take care of itself. The main concern is full advance timing. Like I said, try and find out what the fast start feature is. Total pain in the ass. I'm sure somebody can answer that when I get this video up, but from what I read, it's a little bit confusing. Alright, so what I'm doing here, picked up one of these switches. I buy them at the parts stores all the time. They're good for kill switches and start switches. They're 20 amp. And I'm going to rig me up a push button start, because there's no way I can turn that key, hold the damn timing light, and, you know, do everything at the same time. This is gonna be cool, man. Come on, I can't get in there and get a good turn on it. Here, there we go. There we go. Try the side here. Alright, here we go. Ready? Yeah, baby, she works. She's working. The deal is, let me show you what I did here too. I'm going to take it off, I think. Just screwing around a little while ago this morning. This is an old spark plug right here. And I squeezed the wire end on and then trimmed it off because this thing is missing the bumper. And it works. If you look on here, let me see if I can get you a shot, maybe. Got a huge dent in it from this thing running without. I don't know if you can see it, but big old dent from the screw head. Hitting it. I mean, that's a big dent. You can really feel it. But I'm going to take this off because we're going to test it and see if I can get it off and see where it's at. Could be right on the money. But here's my top dead center on the end here. So 19, there's 20. 19 is going to be right there, right before the 20. 19 degrees before top dead center. Here's my arrow. Now on this outboard, there's no adjusting this. Like on the 70, you can adjust it if it gets moved around. This is stationary. So I need to be at 15, which is, here's 16, right? 16, 12, 8, 4. So I need to be hitting right before the 16 with the timing light. All right, so here's that piece of junk spark tester. 7/16 gap in it. And I'm gonna put it in number 1 plug wire. And I'm gonna ground it with a jumper wire here. So I've got this jumper cable, doohickey. We'll clip it right on there. Ground it to something here. Right up there, that little, nah, I don't like that spot. Right here. Alright, so that's grounded. Let me get the plugs out. Now, let me get something to wire this together so it's not bouncing all over the place. So we'll zip tie this puppy. And that ain't going nowhere. Plugs are out. Top plug. Got the spark tester. 7/16 gap. Hanging. Bottom plug wire. Hanging. They don't tell you what to do with that one. Everything is set up. Timing light. Number 1 cylinder. Spark plug wire. Alright, let's test the light. Now normally this thing flashes and you can't see it because the lens on the camera is not set for high speed. But let's see what happens. I can see it. I can see it. I don't know if you could see it right here. Alright, this is the boat paint. So, see if I can do this without making a super mess. So right here, let's go on the edge. Right there was about 19, be on this side of it. And then right there is going to be 15 on this side. Alright, let's give it a shot and see. So right now it should be on the 15. If it's truly on 19 when it's running. Alright, so it's way off. It's hitting right there between 20 and 24. I'm kind of curious as to what it looks like on the camera, so I'm gonna do it real quick while I'm watching. No, it's way up here. Like I said before, it's hitting right there, right between the 20 and the 24. So let's loosen that screw up. All right. Let's try it again. See where it's at. Moving it around a little bit. Screwing it in a little bit. Trigger in. Wow, it moved a little bit. Moved a little bit. It's like right there now. So I need to screw that damn thing way in. Let's try it again. Wow, it's not moving very much at all. I don't know about this. You guys that know. Yeah, now it's moving, but man, that screw is way in there. Remember, this is 4 degrees. You hear it clicking, that's where it's getting stuck on that gouge. I'm gonna screw it way in this time. I don't know about this. That's good three turns. Alright, here we go. Trigger on. It's getting closer to the mark. I don't know what it looks like on that damn camera, but it's definitely getting closer. But this is kind of freaking me out. Plus, you have to take into account that there's no bumper on there. Those bumpers are pretty thick. This thing was screaming when it was running way off. If this is really working the way it's supposed to be working. All right, here we go. Trigger in. Man, I'm almost right on it. Almost right on it. I'm hitting. Like I said, I don't know what it looks like in the video, but I'm right there, straight back here, and I should be like right about there. So I need 15. I need to be right behind this side. Right? This is coming around this way. And it needs to be hitting right there. So this would be 12, 13, 14, 15, right in the middle. Right there. That's a lot, man. That's a lot to be screwing this screw in. Also, I'd like to find out just where that piston is. I'm right on 16. Just a hair off. Alright, you can see here where I've screwed this thing, man. It can't go in much farther. It's wired to it tight. There's a big, we're wore it out, plus it's missing the bumper, which I'm going to assume that bumper has got some, it's pretty wide when you put that thing on there. But that looks way too far in to be real. So if you put the bumper on, get rid of the big gouge that's wore in there, it'll probably be back out to here again. Right? We've done everything they said. Now, unless this thing has that quick start on it, which I don't think it does. There is a black, what I read, black and white wire coming from here to the power pack in one of these plugs. This big plug down here, right there. Black and white, it's supposed to be disconnected, but from the description that I read, that wire comes out of the head by the heat sensor. So like I said, it gets confusing. I know somebody out there knows, am I doing this right? Is this wrong? What the hell is going on? Let's try it again. Let's get it up there again and see what's happening. Give it a couple more turns. I mean, at the rate I've been going, it's been like 3 turns every time. Alright. Hit it again, see what happens. Alright, I'm a little too far. A little too far now. Bring it back about a full turn there. Let me tighten this up a little bit better. Alright, that's tight. I should be on the money. Now this thing is hitting way over there. Not even close to the gouge anymore. Alright, let's try it again. Trigger on. think I'm right on the money. Think I'm right on the money. And put a little mark on there. Trigger on. Could actually be pulled back a hair. I mean, it's on the money, but you know, are we splitting hairs here or what? The Joe Reeves method. So I don't think this is going to be right. It's just too far in. Doesn't make any sense. I've never seen one that far in. So let's see. We'll find out. Got to hear what people got to say. Alright, so I just went in and did a little research again and got the answer on why you put the tester on here, because you want to make sure you got good spark. If you don't have good spark, it's not going to work. And just to show you, we got good spark. So that ain't a problem. Then I'm still trying to find what the deal is with the fast start system. And it's not on this motor. I'll read it to you right off the damn website. But there's supposed to be a white wire, black stripe, coming out of here somewhere. You disconnect it, ground it to the head, and it ain't on here. So why is this thing all, you know, not working? This is way too far out. I'm sure of that. Anyway, we'll try to get it figured out. Like I said, somebody who knows, let me know.
Oh yeah, baby.